funny. We don't do this often here on the channel. We don't have town halls or emergency meetings or anything of that nature. We don't really have many cheaters in our midst. But I'm John Marr, and that's Aaron Brooks. How's it going, Aaron?
Good. Yeah. Glad to be here and excited to announce some, slight tweaks to the great game that is Why We Love Horror Trivia.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it came out of like the original incarnation, it was kind of like a game for horror aficionados. Like they were like, oh, the only people that were playing in the league were like people that like wanted to be the best, and they wanted to just be, it wanted to be like a niche thing. But as time's gone on, we've opened the doors, and a lot of people have come in and they've used it as like a training ground to like just get better at horror in general. And I'm definitely all for that. We've seen like a shift in the entire movie trivia community towards horror, and I feel that we've played a big part in that. So that's always fun. Yeah. That being said, we don't want to stop this train while it's going. We want to kind of make it friendlier for everybody. So people picking all their strengths and like just picking 4 niche strengths kind of deters vanilla folks from wanting to play, I feel.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely, just after a little bit of time, certain groups of movies are getting asked about quite often. And there's a lot of groups of movies in this community. And we can ask about those in less specific details than like what the color of the paint is behind,
And we don't want to do that. So
right.
we're going to like slow things up, but also spread things out.
Yes.
So it'll still be, your regular matches will still be 3-round matches in teams and in singles. Round 1, however, we're going to go to a more conventional format. We have a set list of categories. It's all of the categories you currently find in round 3. So that's being 1960s and earlier, 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. We don't do recent releases. It's just 2020s. Animal and nature, survival, Asian horror, body horror, European horror, folk horror, horror comedies, monsters and other beasts, psychological thrillers, sci-fi horror, slashers, supernatural, vampires and werewolves, world horror, which is just movies from countries not contained within Europe, Asia, or United States, and zombies and other undead. And we're also going to throw in cast listings, actors and actresses type stuff, and directors. And then we'll do like another general data category, I guess. If you guys really want scores and soundtracks and composers, we can do it. It kind of doesn't really fit with what we do, but I'm willing to debate that. And you can definitely use it as a strength. I don't, if there's something that isn't included, like we don't do Oscars as a rule here, everybody knows Aaron's stance. But like I'm happy to do movies that were nominated for Oscars and ask you mostly plot questions. That's fine. That just won't be included in our core categories, but you're welcome to request it. So basically what happened in round 1 is our core categories will ask you 8 questions from that realm of those categories. You'll get 8 random questions, just general horror knowledge. The questions will also trend to be a little bit easier. So you'll get 8 general horror questions that will randomize out of those categories. But there'll always be 4 plot questions and 4 data questions, no matter how it shakes out. Round 2 will still be a wheel round in both singles and in teams. You will be able to choose 2 strengths, and they can be whatever you want. So long as the movies you are talking about, we're going to bump it up by 1. It now has to encompass 6 movies. So if it's 6 movies, cool. You want to do this franchise and this franchise? Cool. You want to do this director and this director? Cool. You want to do 2 actors? Cool. Do whatever you want, right? And then, so each team or individual will get 2 strengths, and then you'll be able, out of the remaining 4 categories, you will draft those 4 categories out of our general categories. Round 3 remains the same. It's all the general synopses categories, and you'll draft 3 apiece. Yeah. That's basically it. I feel it'll even the playing field a little bit, because there are definitely some players, and like I don't care. I'm a game player myself. Yeah, no shade. Coming in with some wacky shit, and like they have definitely crafted their game to pick wacky stuff, and then force their opponents to just basically not watch that wacky stuff. So it is a death sentence if they spin it. So we're going to limit that bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And like, like we mentioned, you can't pick the same strengths 2 matches in a row.
I didn't say that. That's a good point. Yeah.
So, that's the other big change here is, you got to mix it up. So if you pick something one match like Scream, you're going to have to pick something else next match, like The Conjuring, and then go back to Scream. There's going to be some Conjuring Scream people out there, I'm sure, or whatever combination you want to do. But yeah, like basically, this one of the things about this league is we're not afraid to, make changes, make adjustments, and that's not shade to any other league out there. Of course, just saying with this league, at times it will become more niche, at times it will become more general. We're entering a more general, era of things, and good.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, Champion Eric approves of this change. Yeah, overall, it's I think it will be more enjoyable. And as a question writer, I'm excited to write about some new movies here because
it'll also there's definitely as question writers, and I'm sure Aaron feels the same way. There have been people who have come and gone, and people who have picked categories, and we've written questions about those categories that will probably never see the light of day because they were about very niche categories that really, if this was just a general horror league, we probably would. They're questions that will never come up in Horror Jeopardy. Let's put it that way. Like they're never going to come up when I do Horror Jeopardy. So it also allows us to stockpile questions more effectively. We could just write a bunch of questions about the 1980s, or just write a bunch of questions about slashers and just have them. So that's always cool. Instead of doing this kind of on-demand thing, it allows Aaron and I to take a breather as well. So. That's
cool. Absolutely. Yeah. It's always fun, I think, in a trivia match to have a movie come up that you haven't thought about in a while. Be like, oh man, I haven't thought about, them in, a while. It's like, just get to talk about whatever movies. So, otherwise, it's the same old trivia, not too many other changes, I think, that need to come at this point. This will be going into effect when, John?
We've already scheduled every match that was prior to this. So if you are scheduled for a match, these will be the rules in that match. So any teams match, any singles match coming up, these are the rules. I will write up these rules. I will post them on the Why We Love Horror Facebook page if you need it that way. The rules are actually way easier. Championship matches are still the same. Obviously, we did away with deep cut rounds for the sanity of our players. That has been done away with, and we've replaced it with the Wheel of Games, which everybody seems to like. So that's good. That's basically it. I mean, we'll leave the live open for a few minutes if there's any questions. I know we got 4 people watching, so that's cool. Yeah. Like I said, and we want. I mean, I'd love, my dream is to just have people want to play, stumble upon this channel and go, oh, you know what? That's cool. I like horror movies. I would love to just join. Not that I'm sick of the people from the movie trivia community. You guys are all my brothers and sisters, but wouldn't it be cool if just people were like, hey, I'd love to try my hand at it. I think that would be cool. Yeah. And just stumble in and do it. And not to, I don't want to go no shade to Nick and Tim. I don't want to go that route. And every person I talk to, I just badger them to play. That's also nothing I want to do. You don't want my friends playing this, believe me.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's a balance. So any other questions, of course, we can take in the last minute or so. But I'm glad that Adelaide, glad you approve. It's going to be, it's a good time. We're not going anywhere. So, I'm really looking forward to, seeing how the rest of the season goes here, how Eric goes with some of his fences and everything like that.
Yeah. I think that's another thing about this. We don't go by seasons. We don't have acts. We don't have seasons. We just go. This is this is like the WWE. It's non-stop. I don't take a week off. I do, if I have to take a week off, I film enough content to push me through it. But every week here on this channel, there will never be a hiatus. We will always put out new content for you. So it's not so much seasons or act. It's just you hold the title until you lose. That's it. You will. Yeah. You lose or we die. That's as long as you'll hold that title.
Yes. We are in good health. So
yeah.
All right.
I got a few years left in me.
Yeah. Absolutely. Likewise. I don't think there's any other questions here. So, it's
well, you know where to reach us. You can just talk to us on the page. You probably have our messengers. You can find us. And if you guys know anybody that wants to play, let us know. Because we've definitely I've had interest from a bunch of people, just random people. And then it never comes to any fruition. They're so psyched about playing. And then you either can't get a hold of them or you start a conversation with them and it just kind of fizzles out. So if you know any real folks that want to play, we'd love to have them. But yeah, Aaron's right. Yeah, you know how to reach us.
Mhm.
So we're going to end this right now, but thanks for tuning in and watching. We appreciate you being here.
5 viewers. Way to go.
Yeah, that would be right. I think we had more than 5 during the free-for-all, but like that's cool. 5 people watching is
I'll
fantastic.
take it on a Labor Day weekend. I'll take it.
This makes me want to bring back horror headlines, right, Aaron?
Oh, no, thank you.
All right, we'll see you guys around.
Game over.
I'll fucking kill you!